Been talking about politics a lot, so I figured I'd change things up a little bit. I am working on reshaping this hammer. So this is just a regular hammer used to hammer in nails, back to pull it out. I'm trying to reshape it into the handle of a walking stick that also doubles as a medieval battle hammer. But while I did this, I figured I might as well record a video. I've noticed that I've been a lot more active recently, which is interesting. Like, I could just spend the entire day watching things on my phone or playing video games, because I just got off work a few hours ago. But instead, I'm deciding to dedicate that time to saw this little piece on the end off, because honestly the two prongs on the end are kind of annoying to reshape, so I'm just cutting them off. And because I'm a cheapskate and don't want to invest in better tools, I bought the cheapest hand saw that I have. I've already gotten one of the two prongs off, I just need to get this one off. But going back to being more active, I feel probably the most physically fit that I ever have in my life. I've been gaining weight for the past year, which is fantastic. I've been underweight my entire life up until fairly recently. So, I mean, just gaining weight is good, but I also go for really long walks when I go to the store. And because I bring a wagon, because I just walk everywhere, to pull my groceries back, that's also a bit of a workout, is pulling the heavy wagon behind me. And blacksmithing as well is a good arm workout. So is this. This is kind of a pain. So, I feel, honestly, kind of buff. I know that this isn't incredible. I'm still super skinny, but for me, this is pretty good. Which is also interesting because a lot of times your muscles shrink while you're on estrogen. And you're, a lot of times, you have to stay active, otherwise you do get a little bit of muscle atrophy. Just happens if you don't use your muscles, and you have less testosterone to boost it. So it's been really cool that I've just been getting stronger and more active. And I've been enjoying doing projects. I don't like that it's summer, it makes doing active stuff harder. If I want to go blacksmith, I don't want to heat up my metal furnace in 90-degree weather. But I mean, if I want to get blacksmithing done, I kind of have to. That's unavoidable. So I do it anyways, and it's very enjoyable. It's a little expensive to get started, and the propane costs a sizable amount of money. So the propane is annoying. But it's a really fun hobby, just throwing on some music or listening to whatever current political events are going on. Just have my phone in my pocket playing that while I blacksmith. It's nice. One of the more recent times I did blacksmithing outside was around the time that Zoran Mamdani won the mayoral presidency, so it was... or not, mayoral presidency? Mayoral primary. So that was fun to just listen to. But I've been doing a lot of political videos recently, and I want this to be kind of a break from that. So I'm gonna stop talking about that. But I don't know, it feels really good that I've been exercising more. It's nice. I want to get more defined muscles, at least strong, because it's weird. When I was younger and before I realized I was trans, I didn't want to be big and strong. I wanted a more feminine frame. I was like, I want to be a feminine guy. But now that I am trans, I really like the idea of being like a masculine girl. It's weird. Like, my gender identity is somewhere between feminine boy and masculine girl. It's interesting how that changes. But something about it is, I don't know, it's pretty fun. I mean, I do enjoy looking pretty and dressing up. That's always enjoyable. But I like being the buff woman, especially in my relationship. The guy I'm dating, he likes that kind of thing, which, that's fine. And I like to be the strong one. It's enjoyable. Is that about to come off? No, that's not. Dang it. So it's been nice. I kind of missed being active. I like having the opportunity to go outside. That's something I didn't really have much of a reason to do for a while, because both my job and hobbies are inside, which I think is one of the reasons I have been getting more active recently. Because if I'm just stuck in my room all day, all week... Because I store all of my food in my room. So I don't really even have a reason to leave my room a lot of times. So just getting up and moving around feels good. And having more hobbies that are like making things, it's honestly incredible. I love just being able to create stuff. I actually have something I want to show you guys. Never made a proper video on it, but I made this. This is the clear amulet from Pokemon. I cast the metal part out of bronze, and this is resin. I made two mixes, one of like a light blue and one of a purple, so I could get the kind of gradient effect while still having it be clear. This was so difficult to make, but I'm really proud of how it turned out. It's my favorite piece of jewelry because I made it and I think it looks fantastic. But I don't know, making stuff is, it's rewarding, you know? Just having things I can bring around with me. Like the clear amulet that I just showed off. I made that for just to wear generally, but I brought it to the Pokemon Atlanta Regional. And I got a few compliments on it, and it's just cool to brag about that stuff. And I have a metal walking stick I can grab as well. This is a metal rod I got from Home Depot. I just took the metal rod, curved to the end, walking stick. It's not bad. It's got a bit of weight to it, but like makes a fun noise when it hits the ground. It's light enough to be like good enough to use. Handle's a little bit skinny at the top. I think I need to like bend this outwards a little more, because my yeah, it like squeezes weird. Fun stick though. Brought it to college, brought it to the store. I brought this to the store once, and some old guy walked up to me and said, "What do you need that for?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a walking stick. I made it." And then he expressed some interest. He thought it was really cool because he has also done metalworking, and we had a short conversation about that, which was interesting. He then like pulled out a knife and showed me his knife. It was funny. But yeah, it was just, I had a conversation with some old guy at the store while I was trying to buy rubbing alcohol. If you want to know why, just watch the video I made about rubbing alcohol. I had like the neurotypical info dump about rubbing alcohol. Oh, I think my camera is sliding. I have my camera propped up on a thing of, I think that's grape jelly, leaned up against a Home Depot bucket. Because I don't have a tripod, so this is as good as you're gonna get. But just being active, I don't know. Makes me feel, I guess, more productive. And I want to take care of my mental state, as well as my physical state, because my physical state does get neglected a lot. Just because, as I said earlier, a lot of my hobbies and my job are inside. I answer the phone on my computer for companies. That's just sitting there for 8 hours behind that desk. Occasionally going for a restroom break or to grab food. And my restroom is connected to my room, so I don't even have to leave my room. So a lot of times I just literally do not leave this room for days. Also, since I've been gaining weight, it's weird to see my body change, because I know I still look very skinny. This is like probably the thickest my wrists have ever been. And like, look, that's still skinny, but not nearly as skinny as it used to be. One thing I am a little bit self-conscious about right now is because I have been gaining weight, I do feel like I have more of a stomach. Because I'm used to like being able to put my hand just around my waist. But like I kind of have just a little bit of a curve. But like I know that that's natural, that happens. It's just weird because I've never had any weight there. Like, my ribs were visible. Because I've just always been underweight my whole life. Gaining weight has been pretty good. My doctors at least won't yell at me for being underweight anymore. And it wasn't that I wasn't eating. It's just incredibly high metabolism. It was kind of annoying because they threatened to take me off my meds because I was so underweight, and I was like, I'm doing everything I can. But now I'm good. I'm physically healthy. My blood tests look solid. And I'm active enough because I do hobbies like this. I'm still have a little bit more to go. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Trying to saw through that. Probably should have gotten something more expensive than like what? I think this was like a $13 saw. But it does the job and I don't want to spend more. So I wasn't planning on making this video this long, but I've just been kind of rambling, saying things, whatever, like saying whatever's on my head. Because that's what I've been treating my YouTube channel like recently, is like kind of just a public diary about my thoughts. Wasn't expecting it to be this long, but since I'm getting pretty close to finishing this, I kind of just want to keep recording until I break through this, and then, yeah. Usually I'd just be like watching YouTube on my phone right now while I do this, which is actually what inspired one of my more recent videos, the one where I talked about going from pro-Israel to pro-Palestine. It was because I was just watching a video on the subject while I was just sawing, and I wanted to talk about it, so then I did. My arm is getting sore. Need to get one of those clamps that I can use to hold this in place. Dremel would also be nice. Make it a lot faster. Oh well. Yeah, because once I get through this, I want to saw off this part right here, which is hollow, but I don't like how elongated it is. I think it would look pretty bad, especially since when I blacksmith, it kind of like deforms towards the bottom there. So I want to solidify it just a little bit better. Make it look a lot more clean in the final product. I guess I should talk about mental health now. Because I'm probably going to title this video something like staying active or being healthy or something of that sort. Haven't decided yet. But mental health is an important part of your well-being, so I do want to talk about that. My mental health has been honestly pretty good ever since starting my anxiety meds. Anxiety meds have been fantastic. During late high school, I was having these anxiety attacks where I would feel very exposed and I'd feel open, and it was really annoying because it just randomly happened and I would feel like I have to huddle up in a ball for like an hour or half an hour until it just calmed down. I'd start breathing really fast, my skin would start itching, I would get this urge to push my eyeballs into the back of my head. It was not fun, so I eventually went on anxiety meds. And I remember my first day of taking them. My mom was taking me to get my graduation pictures taken. Now, I didn't really want my graduation pictures to be taken because I didn't really care about that. But I knew my mom did, so I was like, okay, we'll do this for you. I don't care, I don't really like my picture being taken, because I didn't at the time. I like it more now that I've realized I'm trans. I feel better about just having my picture taken. At the time I was like, this is important to you. We'll do it. So we did it, and it was incredibly annoying. I did not enjoy it. The one person was incredibly touchy, which really bothered my OCD. But it's whatever. And then, as we left and I got in the car, I realized to myself, my brain is empty. Like the good kind of empty. It wasn't loud, it wasn't crowded, it felt quiet. And that was the first time I had noticed just how loud my head was. For the first time in my life, my brain wasn't just surrounded by noise. It was clear. And it felt good. And I have not had an anxiety attack since. Going on anxiety meds is one of the best things that I've ever done. It has helped me so much, and my head feels clear. I can think properly. Like, it's a lot easier. And I like that. I don't like it when my head feels too crowded to think. I'm getting a lot of, like, little bits of iron on my hand. Yeah, that was a very great realization for me. I remember having a conversation with, I believe it was my bestie. Wait, was it? No, it might have been with some of my furry friends. I don't remember. Actually, no, I think it was my bestie. It was one of the two. I was in a Discord call with them, and I was playing the OG Fortnite, which I hadn't really played Fortnite, and I don't really, but I had started playing it again just for that part. I remember being near, I think it was Dusty Depot, just talking about anxiety meds. I don't remember why, but I remember that, because my brain is really good at remembering useless, specific details. Okay. No, that's actually pretty close. That's probably going to be another 20 minutes, though. I don't know if I want to keep recording this. Yeah, that's, like, that's still a bit to go. And then this side. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you've watched this far, I don't blame you if you haven't. But then again, you wouldn't be hearing this. I'm gonna head out. Bye-bye.